one of the most significant achievements of Eva is the establishment of the Dulwich Studio in Glen Iris 12 years ago. The studio is a house museum comprising a residence, a sculpture garden, an artist studio, and a studio of the internationally renowned sculptor Carl Dulwich, and we're going to talk about that in a moment, and his artist and inventor wife, Slava Dulwich. Now, Eva not only is good at the arts, but she was a great tennis player as well. And she has a very beautiful daughter who I know, I don't know all other children, called Tanya, who many of you will know through Potpourri. And this family is absolutely outstanding. And I went to a function only this week, and I heard a very interesting story about Eva's mother. Now, most of you have an umbrella, don't you? And it's a folding umbrella. Well, Eva's mother, was actually the originator of the folding umbrella. She lived in Vienna, and I saw the sketches on that evening. And unfortunately, we often make a lot of money from inventions like this. Eva's mother didn't do that because she sold the patent to someone else, which was very unfortunate. But it is an example of what Eva's family is like. They're extremely creative with the work that Eva does, and with her daughter Tanya, who is also a great driver of all sorts of things in the arts. So her father, Carl Dulwich, was one of the great, I think we could say, Australian sculptors, even though he originally came from Vienna. And if you're fortunate enough to have a Dulwich sculpture, you are indeed very fortunate. And they are in a couple of institutions within this country. And I think he also worked overseas, didn't he? Yes. But a very well-known name. So Eva has worked very hard in this city, is very enthusiastic. She gets involved with schools through outreach programs. She does guided tours, educational and practical training, cultural events, exhibitions, and lectures to community groups. So she has a very full life. So I want to congratulate you. In 2003, you organised an international exhibition of Carl Dulwich's works to celebrate the centenary of his birth, which travelled from Melbourne, Vienna and to Krakow. So congratulations, Eva. You're a great family, you particularly.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know who gave Claude all that information, I didn't. But I am very honoured with this award, which is very special to me. And I think it demonstrates that Melbourne isn't just a city that's sports crazy, and in particular Stonington has some interest and awareness of the arts. And I think that's extremely important today. I don't want to keep you here, however, too long tonight, because I realise that most of you will want to go home and watch the test. Stonington already has a reputation for being supportive of the arts. There are many programs here which are run through the council or through funding from the council, specifically Chapel on Chapel, the Jazz, and a number of other initiatives. The Dulwich Studio with its Clay for Kids program has also partially been funded by the City of Stonington. However, I do believe that local government as a whole should and can do much more to support the arts, particularly in arts education. In my passing by through the Clay for Kids program at the various schools, I have been amazed how little Sudanese boys and Chinese girls make things and enjoy making them and spend a whole day making a sculpture and integrate with their friends in this way. A teacher at Turak Primary School told me that one of her most difficult students is suddenly interested in art. The children have written notes about their experiences. One little girl said, "This is the best day I've ever had at school." And these kinds of things are meaningful because these children grow up with this background and they take it into the wider world. And if we can instill in them an interest in art, it's something for life. Art is for life. And I do believe we need more funding, we need quality art in our education system. So I hope that some of that money that I heard was coming from Bendigo Bank will this year find its way into the arts budget. I've been extremely fortunate in my life from the very beginning. I count myself as having been born under a lucky star. Particularly, I think, in my later years, I've had the opportunity to enjoy what I do. If I have created something, and I hope it will go on way beyond my time, it's because my parents left me a wonderful legacy. I was lucky enough to be able to turn the family home into a museum, and that has since become a public museum and art gallery which belongs to you. Now, many of you will not have heard of us. However, we do invite you on the 25th of October to visit, because that day is Get Into Art, which is a public galleries initiative throughout the state of Victoria, and you are welcome to come free to visit the Daldick studio at that time. This is a plug. And if you would like more information, please see me after the event. It has been particularly gratifying to be able to demonstrate that a small museum has been able to extend and forge links with overseas galleries, as Claude mentioned, and throughout regional Victoria and with the National Gallery Victoria. But it is particularly rewarding to me that in the city of Stonnington, or in Malvern if you like, where I've lived for more than 50 years of my life, I have been able, through the assistance of many others, to possibly leave a rich legacy. And it's those other people, the people who have assisted me, who really deserve as much this award as I do. The members of the Committee of Management who are here, many of them are here tonight, and I cannot say how much I value their commitment and dedication. It's a long way to go, but I'm sure with their help we will get this gallery to be one of Stonnington's richest cultural treasures. In concluding, there are some people here who mean more to me than anything else, and that is the members of my family. And without their help and support and continuing encouragement for all the things that I've been fortunate enough to have the opportunity to sort of undertake, none of this would have happened. And it's therefore to them that my last word goes. Thank you, everybody.